Let's see. Let's see. What do we got? Who do we got? We're going to try to go over a lot of things over here today. Just going to wait for everyone to sign in, come up, and then we're going to continue on. So we're going to be taking some questions, we're going to be taking some, we're going to be having some, like participants over, viewers over, so we're going to try to do all that. Let's see here. We're moving in 2021, and when we were moving in 2020, like a lot of people had some, aspirations. What's this? Oh, a lot of people had some aspirations, some things they want to change. They want to change things based on their discipline, or they want to change things based on risk management. Still, things haven't changed. The things are still the same. So we have to change some stuff. So, just going to start taking some questions here. People are wishing Happy New Year's, Happy New Year's. Yeah, okay, so we're just going to wait for some questions and then we're going to continue on over here. Thank you, Wisnot Lai, and have revolutionized my trading, passing FDMO. Oh, nice. Congratulations. If you're passing FDMO, congratulations. You're definitely, what's the word? You've qualified for that. Yeah, let's just put it that way. So, if you have any questions, write the questions in the question box, and I'm going to go over all questions here. And then later on, I think we have about an hour over here. And then slowly we're going to bring people in and we're going to talk about this. When Dominion Markets will be open? Dominion Markets is going to be open on, we're planning to launch on the 11th January, but we'll see how the progress goes with that. We still have some testing to do over here. Do professional traders really use their own money, or are they funded at first? I think professional traders, they use their own money because here's the thing, right? When you build your own account, you're building your own account with confidence, and when you're building your account, you don't have any pressure. You don't have to meet any targets. You're building it on your own. So let's say if you're starting with a $500 account, you're starting with a $1,000 account, it's much better to start building your account. Because as you start progressing, as you start making gains, as you start getting consistent, what's going to happen is you're going to start to trust your skills more. And as you trust your skills more, slowly you're going to start to say that, hey, you know what? I'm getting better. If I'm growing my $5,000 account or $1,000 account to a certain level, maybe now is the point that I may want to deposit more money. Let's say you want to deposit $10,000, $15,000, and then you start growing that. But once, let's say you're starting fresh, and let's say you only have $500 to your name, but if you're not consistent on that $500, getting a funded account, you're not going to get consistent on a funded account anyway, because, if you're not consistent on your own small account, how are you going to be consistent on a bigger account? So it's always a good idea to start with a smaller account over there. Any advice for the new year? Any advice for the new year? Yes. Let's start off with these advices over here. So actually, let me give you guys advice over here. Okay, so let's turn this into a classroom session. I wasn't planning on this, but I guess this is the right time to do that. So just give me a moment over here, and we're gonna go over some killer advices here for everybody. Let's do this. You guys are in for a treat here today. That was an excellent question. Someone asked, any advice? So we're going to give some advices here. So I hope people have their pads with them. Hope you guys have your notepads with you guys. So we're going to try to do this as best as we can. So let's put it right over here. Okay, so we're going to go over a couple of advices here because someone asked, do we have any advice? Let's see this here. Can you guys see this? No, you can't see this. This is a fail. I guess we can't do this today. Maybe some other time. Yeah, maybe some other time. Okay, I guess the first advice is going to be create a trading plan, right? That's going to be the best advice. Create a trading plan. And the way you're going to go off by creating a trading plan is going to be number one. Number one is going to be you have to decide what time you have to trade, right? You have to decide one time. And you got to focus on that, right? That's one thing you have to decide. Now, since we're moving in lockdown, so a lot of people will have a lot of opportunity to look at the markets or look at the trade and stuff like that. So that's going to be the first thing. Understand what time you're going to trade, right? That's the first thing for me. So I'm going to elaborate my trading plan, right? My trading plan is I'm going to wake up at 6 a.m. I'm going to start trading at 6:30 a.m. and then that's going to go all the way into 9 a.m. And the reason why I'm choosing that time to trade is because I know there's no one to bother me in that time. You know, my family knows I'm working at that time, you know, doing the live streams and trading at the same time too, you know, like, so between that time, no one's bothering me. So I'm only focused on the charts from 6:30 to 9 a.m. Eastern. Sometimes we go to like 9:30, 10 a.m. Eastern, depending on the volatility in the market and this and that. But that's the time. And I chose that time at the same time too because, you know, there's volume in the market. That's the number second thing, that you need to have volume in the market, because if you're going to have volume in the market, you're going to see prices move much more. So that's really important. Have volume in the market. Next, choose the currency pair, right? As we're moving in 2021, like a lot of people, like, you know, they didn't really manage risk. So that's one thing too. Like, you have to understand what pair you're going to trade in that session. Are you going to choose a London session? Are you going to choose like a New York session to trade? Are you going to choose, let's say, Asian session to trade? So choosing a pair during those sessions is going to be more important as well. I guess we're going to do a little, like a trading plan video later on next year. So I think that's going to be pretty good for a lot of people. Plus, we also have a lot of videos on our YouTube channel too. So if you go to YouTube channel, you're going to learn more too. What's this? What should be, this question is, what should be the RR for a beginner, or how much beginner should risk? Personally, I use 1-to-1 risk reward. You know, I use 1-to-1 risk reward because I know that for me to get 1-to-1 risk reward, that's the easiest. I can get 1-to-1 risk reward and I'm going to keep it at that. And the moment my trade hits 1-to-1, I'm taking profits. I'm securing 80% of the trade at that time. Because when I can secure 80% or 90% at that time, and then I can let the rest run. Because if I can let the rest run, and if my runner can go into, let's say, 1-to-2 or 1-to-3, perfect. But majority of the time, it's always going to come back and stop me out at 1-to-1, you know, or it's going to stop me out at break even. And I know like a lot of people, they go through the same situation where you're opening trades and you're expecting like a 1-to-3 risk reward, 1-to-4 risk reward. And most of the time they're getting break even. And it doesn't make any sense, you know, like if you're hitting break even all the time. So start securing profits at 1-to-1, secure those profits, and then let the rest run. How much a beginner should risk? What's this? Someone said, I'm in love with, So we're gonna remove this person over here. Hide live video from John FX99. There we go. Hide. Perfect. We got the leech out of here. So, how much risk for a beginner trader? If you're a beginner trader, you need to, okay, let's say, for example, man, I don't even have any pens over here. Yeah, I don't have any pens over here. So let's say you're a beginner trader, right? If you're a beginner trader, you need to understand what your account balance is. Let's say your account balance is $100, you know, and now you need to identify what dollar value are you going to risk per trade. That's what you have to identify. If your account is at a $5,000, you need to understand that what dollar value are you going to risk per day. You know, me, when I had around $10,000, I was risking about $300 to $400 a day. You know, because if I can risk $300 a day, I know that I only have $300 to play with. Because if I'm going to risk more than $300, now I'm willing to lose more. You know, so you need to understand the risk, and you need to be okay with that risk too. One mistake people make all the time is like, they'll start with smaller accounts, you know. So the problem with starting with smaller accounts is whenever you start with a smaller account, you're more prone to take on more risk. You're more prone to overtrade. You're more prone to over risk, because in your mind you think that, hey, listen, it's only $500, and if I blow it, I'm just gonna put another $500, you know. And now what happened? You blew $500, and then you put another $500, and there's a chance you're gonna lose that $500 too, and now you've lost $1,000, you know. So you also got to give it time. You know, because if you don't give it time, it's basically not going to work, because, you know, like a lot of guys over here, you have overtraded, over risked the whole 2020. The whole 2020, you've done those things and you're still in the same position. You know, so you got to change some things. Look at me. I got a bigger whiteboard just because I was disciplined. You know, if you guys remember, I had the smaller whiteboard, but I was consistent. I was disciplined. I traded well. And then I got a bigger whiteboard. You know, this thing costs $100 more. So, yeah. All right, let's go to the next one over here. What's this? This is, all right, let's listen to this here. How do you overcome a losing streak and gain confidence back? Very important question. I think the best way to overcome a losing streak is to not think about the losses you've had. You know, because actually, you know what? Let me try to get, I have a Sharpie over here, because these things require some sort of written rules. And if I have a Sharpie over here, I do have some papers over here too. Yeah, I got some papers over here. Okay, so let's take a look at this, right? Let's say that you took a number of trades and now you are in overall drawdown, right? Let's say you're overall in drawdown. So if you're overall in drawdown, you need to forget about this drawdown. This drawdown doesn't matter, you know, and how to get your confidence back? It's really simple, right? So what you have to do is now, this is also for everyone who's trying to trade in 2021 from the beginning, right? Fresh. If you're starting fresh, actually, I would advise people to start fresh. So let's say your day one comes, right? Your day one comes, you take a trade, and let's say this trade is a loss, you take an L, you're like, okay, you know what? I took an L, whatever, you know, and then you go to the second day and you take a trade. And now on the second day, you also take an L, right? So when you took the first L, what you're doing after the first L on day one is you're trying to see, okay, what did you do different? You know, how could you have seen that this trade was the wrong trade for you to take, right? What did you miss at this point? If you took a buy, what made the price go down? How could you have taken a sell? So once you start looking at that situation, now you're going to be learning and you're going to understand why this was an L and how could you have taken the opposite trade. Because when this same situation happens the next time, you're going to be ready to take the right trade, right? Okay, so this was day one. You learned on day one right over here. Now, going into day two, you took another L. You know, maybe this was a different situation than day one. So if you took the sell, you did the same thing right over here. You tried to see how you could have taken the better trade, how you could have taken a winning trade. What did you miss? What did you ignore? Were the time frames in your favor or not? So now you're going to move to day three, right? You move to day three, you take a trade, and now on day three, you have a winning trade. So if you have a winning trade on day three, you're like, okay, perfect. Now, what happens is when you have a winning trade, people get this confidence, right? They get this false confidence, and that confidence makes them take another trade because they want to see that if they can take another winning trade or not. But the most important thing is after you're taking a win is to identify that, okay, you made the correct move, right? And then you're going to study this winning trade and you're going to ask how. Why was this a winning trade? Can I replicate this on day four or not, right? And then you're going to go to day four. You're going to go to day four and you're going to take a trade. And let's say you take another L, you know, and now you're going to look at this L and you're going to see that, okay, what can I learn from it? What did you miss? What did you ignore? You know, and you're going to start learning. So now look, you took Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. You took 4 trades in the next week, and 3 of those trades were L's. You know, but these are only L's if you didn't learn something from it. If you learned from these L's, man, you added some information to your trading plan, because these situations are going to happen again. And then if you're not learning from these situations, you won't be able to execute on them correctly. So that's the best way to gain confidence back. Gaining confidence back is going to take time. So, someone rang the doorbell, right? So gaining confidence, it's going to take time. You know, it's not going to happen overnight. So you see here, you can lose confidence in one day, right? But to gain all that confidence back, it's going to take 1 month. So you have to give it time now. You took 4 trades, 3 were losses, 1 was a winning trade, and then you move on to week 2. On week 2, you may get those same situations again. And once you get those same situations again, you can now start to learn from it and see, okay, now how can you make a better decision? All right, let's take a look at this next one over here. Someone said, oh my God, dude, you can't shut up. Yes, exactly. My voice makes me money, so that's why I have to keep talking. Let's see here. What do you do if a candle closes bullish with no wick at the top? So when a candle closes bullish with no wick on the top, this means there's no range for the next candle to go. And I'm going to break it down here again. We've broken down a lot of times, but since we're moving into the new year, we're going to break it down right over here. So let's say you have this candle, and this candle has no wick on the top, and it's a bullish candle. This means there's no range for the next candle. This also means that the candle just abruptly closed over here. So now there's a 50-50 chance that the next candle can either go up or it can either go down. So most definitely, if you go and look back at the charts, what you're going to see is that you'll see that after every candle that closes with no wick on the top, there's a higher probability that the next candle goes bearish. Right? So you just got to go and take a look at the charts, and you're going to start to see those situations happening. Let's get some guests over here. Oh, looks like, okay. All right. Let's see, who do we got over here? Okay, let's see here. Do you believe, what's this? Do you believe brokers could get affected with Biden government intake? Brokers closing due to the fact X? No, brokers have nothing to do with Biden coming in the presidency. In fact, what's happening is there are more and more brokers opening out of America. So when you have brokers opening outside the US, that's where people are moving on to now, because, with these new regulations, the leverage is dropping down, so it's causing a bit of an issue. Will this be recorded and posted? Yes, this will be recorded. Okay, what's this? Is it a good thing to keep weekly targets? What to do once those targets are achieved earlier? That's a really good question. If you have a weekly target, let's say, now, having weekly targets, you shouldn't have weekly targets abnormally high, because if you have a 10% target for a week or 20%, I think 20% is pretty high, 10% is still pretty high. So if your target is 10%, or let's use the number of 20%, right? Let's say your weekly target is 20%. Now, let's say by Thursday, you've only reached 5%. Or even let's say your target is 10% and you've only reached 5%. Now you're going to be pressured to reach that target. So I don't advise anyone to have targets in the beginning. I think in the beginning, your focus should be on to get consistency. In the beginning, you should focus on if you can take winning trades, or if you have the emotional strength to try to learn from the losses. Most people don't have the emotional tendencies to learn from the losses, because whenever you take a loss, we're more prone to take another trade and maybe to see if you can make that loss back. So whenever you're taking losses, you need to have the mental capacity to say that, okay, you know what? I took a loss. Let me see why I took this loss, So you need to find consistency first. And as you start to get consistent, naturally you start achieving targets. But, sometimes, people do have some targets. And if you do have targets, and if you reach targets, let's say by Wednesday, perfect. You're done for the week. You're done early, right? Because when we go to our work, and when you're done work early, sometimes they say, hey, you know what? You can go home now. So, that's something you can do. Okay, let's see here. We have a lot of questions on risk management here. Did answer a lot of risk management questions here. When you hit take profit and leave a runner, how do you plan your new exit, or when do you add another position? To answer this question, we'll have to come over to the charts over here, and we're going to open up the charts here, and we're going to try to identify how do you plan on where price can move next. So let's take a look over here. So we're going to take a look at, this is Euro JPY, and we're going to take a look at Euro JPY on the 4-hour time frame, right? And if we're looking at the 4-hour time frame, so this is the 4-hour time frame of Euro JPY. Yeah, let me just move this over here. Yeah, this screen is much cleaner. Okay, so we're looking at the 4-hour time frame right over here, right? So let's say, for example, this is the 1-hour time frame of your JPY. Let's say, for example, you had a sell from up over here. You took profits down here, and now you have a runner running at this point. If you have a runner running at this point, what you're doing is now you're kind of saying that, okay, the worst thing that's going to happen to your trade if you're in a sell is that it can get stopped out at break even. That's the worst that can happen, right? But now we got to look at the best case scenario. The best case scenario is going to be if we break the support at 126, 140, the next target is probably somewhere down at 125,970, which we can take a look here from all the way left over here. Right, so then you start looking at where your next target could be. So if price breaks the support, we know price can continue down to the support, and that becomes your next target, and you start trailing your stops above the candles right over here, and and then you see if it reaches target or not. So runners, from my own personal experience, I think 80% of the time the runners get stopped out. 80% of the time, it's rare that they can continue on running. What's this? When Dominion Markets is going to start? I would like to take the learning packages. We're basically waiting for confirmation from MetaQuotes, for the MetaTrader 4 and MetaTrader 5 licenses. But at the same time, I think the way you can take advantage of the packages is going to be now. Here's the thing: people can trade wherever they want to trade. Right? The trading environments are the same across all crypto brokerages now. So the only incentive you're going to get at Dominion Markets is going to be like, once you trade and once you pay commissions, you can use those commissions to buy education packages, or you can use those commissions to buy magic keys. We're trying to get some other education packages on the website so that you can use those commissions to buy other education packages as well. So at the same time, I think this brokerage wants you to win at the same time, study risk management and all that. So we'll see as we go along and how the things update here slowly. What's this? This is, what about if I'm not confident holding trades and closing then with 9 to 10 pips? Okay. This is a good question. Confidence issue, right? Confidence issue comes from when you close trades too early, right? So the thing is, whenever you're in profits and whenever you're running in profits and whenever you think that, hey, you know what, maybe this is a time I need to exit the trade, or this is a time when I need to take profits on 90% of the position. Let's say if you have a 50-cent lot running and you're up 10 pips, 12 pips, and now you're getting scared, close out, let's say 40%. Close out 40%, close out, let's say no, not 40%, 40-cent lot, close out 90% and then let the rest run. Because if you can let a small position run, and if that small position runs to your overall target, now your confidence is going to increase a little bit, because you're going to know that, hey, even though you secured profits on majority of your position and you're letting a tiny bit of portion run, next time when that happens, you're going to have more confidence to let the whole thing run. Or let's say you're going to have confidence to maybe letting 50% run or 60% run. So that's how you're going to build confidence. Once you take profits, let smaller positions run, and over time, as you see that these things are still running, you're going to be able to have more confidence to letting bigger and bigger positions run. All right, let's see here. Actually, let's see if we can get. Ooh, let's see if we can get some guests over here now. So we got a lot of time. We got almost 45 minutes over here. Waiting. It says we are waiting. Oh.
Hello.
Oh, we got a lot of background. Hey, hello. How are you?
How are you?
Good,
I'm good.
good, man. What's your name and where you from?
I'm from Nigeria.
Oh, nice.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah, nice to finally meet you too, man. How's this year been in terms of trading?
It's been so rough, but we're still surviving.
Yeah, it's been rough. What has your biggest issue been?
Yeah.
Oh, we have a little bit of a connection issue here. We have a connection issue right there. All right, let's take some more. Let's take a few more questions, and then we're gonna get someone else on here as well. All right, what's this? Do you remove the weekly, daily zones from the chart and you just focus on the 4-hour zones, 1-hour zones while executing the trades? Yes and no. Basically, the way that works is you're supposed to draw zones at the higher time frame. Let's say you're going to draw zones on the daily time frame or the 4-hour time frame, and then once you go down to the 1 hour or the 30-minute, you're going to sometimes see that those zones are overlapping on the candles. So once you see zones overlapping on the candles, that's your cue to say, hey, you know what? Maybe I want to adjust my zones now. So whenever you see, because like sometimes guys send me charts and we look at the charts and their zones are overlapping on the candles. We're like, hey man, like listen, make these zones a little bit thinner. Make them narrow a little bit so that they're much better to look at on the 30-minute time frame, on the 1 hour time frame. So just make sure your zones are not overlapping on the candles here. Let's see here. So we have a bunch of requests here. So we're gonna go with Spencer, Mr. Spency 7. Mr. Spency 7 coming in. We're gonna do a little one-on-ones over here now, slowly, because we're on live and it's an opportunity for people to come on and ask questions. So still waiting for Spency 7. Looks like we're having some sort of a connection issue now. Let's go over to our next. Let's go over to our next guest over here and let's see if we can get Jonathan Estrades. Let's get Jonathan on. Okay. We're going to wait for Jonathan and let's see. Oh,
hey, what's up, man?
Hey, what's up? What's up, Jonathan?
Hey, just waking up over here around the West Coast over here in California, Los Angeles.
Oh, wow. Oh, yeah. It's pretty early. It's not early there, man. It's 11 p.m.
Yeah, man. Hey, man, quarantine life, you know what I mean?
Yeah, quarantine life. How are you, bro? How's the year been?
I'm good, man. This is a fucking dream, man. I'm finally getting to meet you. It's
what
crazy,
if you're still,
bro.
Hey, imagine you're still sleeping and this is a dream in reality.
Hey, man, I really appreciate you putting me on your live, man. I've been following you for a minute and, it's just unreal. Quick question. Like, so I used to do Forex before and I lost the confidence and now I'm doing e-commerce and I'm trying to do a little bit of stock market and maybe get back into Forex. But the thing that's holding me back is like being confident enough to take those trades and hold them. Right. And if I see them going down and it's like, not back out. And also like, I think I just asked you this question. What indicators do you use that help you, take those trades?
Bro, I use zero indicators.
Okay.
Zero. I don't use any indicators at all. When I first started, I was using 4 indicators to guess where price is going to go, right?
Yeah.
But what I quickly learned was that price action is moving first, and then indicators are forming based on price action.
Okay.
Right? Because indicators are always following the candles. So whenever an indicator is going to give you an opportunity of an entry or exit, it's most times it's going to be too late because the candles have already formed. So the indicators are always lagging.
Okay.
Yeah. What I do is I basically just look at candle formations because I believe that if a candle is at a support, and if that's say 4-hour support or a 1-hour support, there's a high probability for the next candle to continue bullish, or let's say if price is at resistance, there's a high probability for the next candle to go bearish.
Okay. Damn, that's crazy. All right.
Yeah,
man.
But when it comes to confidence, man, Forex is a different game. Like when you look at e-commerce or when you look at like some of the like business type, the more work you put in, the more reward you're going to get back. Right?
Yeah, absolutely.
In trading, it's the opposite. It's the opposite because in trading, I literally put 3 hours a day. I take 1 trade a day and that's it. And I don't look at the charts after that. And then I come back the next day. I try to do the same thing the next day and the next day and the next day. Because here's the thing, man. When people come to trading, we all come to trading to have independence of time. Right? That's the thing. Hey, I trade, and if I trade, I have all the time in the world to do whatever I want. So I believe that if I can come to the charts for maybe 2 hours a day, 3 hours a day, take 1 trade, regardless of if it's a win or a loss, now the next day I'm gonna have like more time. Because I know my trading time is only like 2-3 hours. But when it comes to
Okay.
business, e-commerce, real estate, you're always working. But trading, it's the opposite actually.
Oh, okay, great. Thank you. I appreciate that. Now, like, sorry, I've just been like super busy lately.
Yeah,
Especially
yeah.
like trying to figure out this like e-commerce thing and like trying to,
Mm.
I was building like Amazon stores and
Yeah, what are
Shopify,
you
but
doing
it's
on
like,
e-commerce?
I'm doing Amazon. So it's like, I'm a Amazon seller.
Hmm.
Yeah, so it's like that's been pretty much taking off right now, and it's like I'm trying to figure out like other ways to like make income, and like I said, like I used to
Mm.
do Forex before, and I always did like my trend lines and all this stuff, and like
Mm.
I paid for like mentorships, and like it was just never like the right information, it's just never like you're always like paying for like people to show you, but it's always a fucking course, and it's like a 10-hour course, and it's like at the end of the day you get like lost, and it's like, why am I even watching this, and it's like when I have time, like I'll try to watch you trade live, but it's like
Mm.
usually the time that you're trading live, I'm like
Sleeping,
working.
right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
working. I'm usually
Oh,
working. Like
working.
right now, it's like quarantine. Like, yeah, it's like
Yeah.
usually I'm working. I go into work at like 5 o'clock in the morning, and it's like you're trading and I'm working, so it's like I can't really like watch you trade.
Same problem I had. Like, when I first started, same issue I had. Like, I would contact people and they would say, and those people, they drive like nice cars and wear nice watches, and all they would say, hey, yeah, go buy my course and you're going to learn everything.
Yeah.
And bro, listen, go to my YouTube page and we did a virtual class and watch this video right over here.
Okay.
This video, Forex 101, how to read market structure. This is the best thing you will watch this year. I'm not even joking.
Okay. Absolutely. I'll definitely check that out today. I mean, seeing
Awesome.
seeing as we're chilling over here.
Yeah, man.
All
Awesome. Perfect.
right.
So, hey,
Thank you.
bro, listen.
Appreciate that.
Yeah, really nice talking to you, and good luck with that.
All right, for sure.
Okay, okay. All right. Let's take a couple more questions over here, and then I'm going to take on another guest here. What's happening when the 4-hour candle? Oh, okay. This is an interesting question. A little bit technical question here now. Really technical. What happens when the 4-hour candle starts to break the high and lows of the previous 4-hour candle? Now, what the gentleman here basically asked was, let's say you have a 4-hour candle which forms like this, right? And the question is that, let's say if this candle is going bullish, right? The question is, what happens when the next 4-hour candle breaks the low right over here and it breaks the high right over here, right? This means that there's a lot of volatility in the market, right? Whenever there's volatility now you have to understand what volatility basically means, right? Volatility means when price does not know where it wants to go. When price is not sure whether it wants to go bullish or it wants to go bearish, right? Because whenever you have clean market structure, right? Clean market structure basically forms like this. This is a clean market structure right here. If price is moving bullish, it's going to print a bullish candle. Next candle is going to respect the previous low. It's going to make a high, and the next candle will continue moving bullish, respecting the previous lows, and breaking the highs and move up and then retrace and move up. So this is perfect market structure. When you have something like this, there's a lot of volatility over here. So whenever I see a candle that is breaking the high and is breaking the low, I'm waiting out. I'm waiting for that candle to close, and then I'm going to go to the smaller time frames to see what's happening on the smaller time frames. But what's the word here? But normally, when the candle is basically breaking the high, breaking the low, I'm just waiting to see how this candle is going to close because there's a lot of volatility. It's kind of like how you have where you have a bipolar person, right? Whenever you're a bipolar person, you don't know when their mood is going to be good, when their mood is going to be bad. So that's a very volatile person. So you have to wait for the volatile person to kind of like calm down, and then you can slowly like approach them and start to talk to them. That's what with the candles is, because candles, they have personalities. When the candles like moving really fast, up and down, breaking the highs and breaking the lows, you have to calm down and you need to relax. Um, all right, let's bring on someone else over here, and then we're gonna answer some more questions here. So we have, we got a lot of people over here. Let's get Mr. Dinesh Sutar. We're gonna get Mr. Dinesh over here. Oh, the mailman's here. I can see the mailman from the window. All right. Ooh. Hello.
Hey Raja. Hello, hello,
Hey, Mr. Dinesh, how are you?
hello. I'm good. I'm good. I'm very happy to you bring me. You accept my request. I'm very happy.
Oh
I'm from
man,
India.
you're embarrassing me
I
now, man. Thank you, thank you.
भाई साहब कैसे हो आप?
मैं ठीक ठाक हूँ भाई साहब, आप सुनाओ क्या
मैं
हाल
मैं
चाल है
बढ़िया
आपके?
मैं बढ़िया बढ़िया हूँ. मैं every day I 4 hour or Indian IST time I join the stream and I'm part of the gulag.
Nice.
I don't ask the stupid questions like people do. So I enjoy the stream every day. I love the Uncle Ted, you, and I sign up for your the mentorship program as well.
Okay,
So
okay.
in the month of Feb and maybe March, I'll join the same. So
Oh,
I'm
nice.
I'm very,
Awesome.
so I'm very happy that
Yeah.
you have a chatting with me. I'm very happy. You
No,
can see
that's
on my
amazing.
face.
So what's the biggest problem you have in trading?
My biggest problem is I was earlier I having the small account, and that time
Oh.
one of I joined the Telegram group, and a person came and he was like, okay, I can give you this much of return on investment, and he took my account on the account management stuff,
Yeah.
and he just blew my account. And after that I was after that I was following the
Mm.
signal services, paying the monthly, and
Yeah,
trying every signal group that
yeah,
provided, and because I thought that is not the, and then I came to your page, and I see the real value. So that's why I learned how to actually the support and resistance strategy means, and how it works actually, and maybe
yeah,
it's a bread and butter for you, and
yeah.
that I'll follow the same. So I listened to the podcast of Akil Stoke and everyone that you have
Oh, yeah, yeah,
suggested
yeah.
on the stream as well. So my biggest problem, I can't it's like I'm having the holding the trade much more, and
Mm.
when I win the trade, I have the overconfidence and I took more the trade.
Oh,
So
yeah,
that is
yeah. You
why,
take more trade.
yeah,
Yeah,
that I can, if I win that trade, so maybe I can win more trades. So that is how I do this. So the thing,
yeah,
emotionally, psychologically, I'm a little bit weak, but I'm learning.
yeah,
And on the stream daily, I'm learning. So that is how it's. And I watch every videos, every stream,
yeah.
and every live videos of yours.
Nice,
So
nice.
thank you.
Listen, I'm
Yeah,
gonna give you one advice, right? There
yeah,
are only two ways you will lose money. There are only two ways you will lose money, right? One is
uh,
over risking, and the second one is over trading.
yeah.
That's it. Oh, actually, three ways. And moving your stop loss.
Yeah, move it your stop loss to break even, so that will not lose
Yeah,
the
yeah,
money.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah,
uh,
exactly, exactly.
and I just have a quick question for you,
Hmm.
Raja. It's I wanted that magic keys, and I've
Hmm.
reached out to the magic keys on Instagram page that whether they can deliver the magic keys to India or not.
Hmm.
So
Hmm.
so they didn't reply me. So do you think that magic keys will be delivered to the India in the pandemic situation?
Oh yeah, for
Otherwise,
sure, bro. For sure. What we did was we were having problems in shipping to different countries. It was taking a month sometimes, 2 months sometimes. But
Mhm.
now we've partnered with DHL, so
Okay,
every order gets to a customer in less than 5 days.
okay.
Yeah. So if you
Uh,
order Magic Keys today, it's going to get to you by, let's say, by next Wednesday or Thursday.
Okay. No, yeah, that's okay. If I can
Yeah.
wait for the 6 month as well and 3 months for as well.
Okay, okay, okay.
I just wanted to know whether it can deliver to the India or not.
100%. 100%. Yeah, we do.
Okay. Thank
Okay.
you. Thanks, Raja. Bye. Happy
Yeah,
New
man,
Year.
no problem. Take care. Happy New Year.
Yeah. Ciao.
Ciao, ciao. बड़ा मजा आता है आज अपने लोग आते हैं ना बात करने. All right, let's answer some more questions over here. Um, Okay, this question is, hey Raja, do you think we can select Forex for our job? Is it will be ever or not? Okay, Forex, here's the thing, right? When we're working, right? So we need to identify why we're doing things that we're doing. So whenever we're working to pay our bills, let's say, to make more money, we can pay our bills, maybe make our parents proud, or maybe make our spouse proud, or maybe like get like a better life for everybody. That's why we're working, right? But when we come into trading, you have to understand that in trading, you're not going to make a lot of money like the first day you start or the second day you start. Like that's the main goal. The main goal is to make money and then like pay bills and stuff like that and live off of trading. So when we live off of trading, we need to break down certain processes, right? So here's the thing. Let's say, for example, someone starts trading with a $2,000 account, right? You start with $2,000 account trading. And from this $2,000, monthly you can make around, let's say, 150. Oh, you can make 150 to $200, from a $2,000 account. This is roughly like 10% you can make from a $2,000 account. Let's say, for example, at the same time, your monthly expenses, including rent, bills, and everything, is around $3,500. These are your bills, including car payment, insurance, and everything. And like, if you're living basically in Canada, average is around $3,500 to $4,000. So let's say from this $3,500, your internet bill, your internet is around $120 internet bill. So now, once you have a $2,000 account, and if you're making $200 a month, from this 200, you can take out 120 and put this towards your internet bill. Now what you've done is, now since you were already paying your internet bill from your job, now you're paying that bill from Forex right over here. So let's say for the first month, you made $200 on your $2,000 account, and you paid 120 for your internet bill, and you were left with a profit of around $80. And then you go towards month two, right? You go towards month two. I'm going to denote that with M2, and then you start trading again. And let's say, oh, someone sent a weird comment. Okay. So let's say you go towards month two, and then on month two, your profit is around, let's say you made $180 that month. And then again, you withdraw 120 and you put that towards your internet bill, right? So what's happening now? You spent month one with discipline, and then you made money. You spent month two with discipline, no over trading, no over risking, and you made money, and that went towards your internet bill. Now what's going to happen is in month three, what if month three, you have a really good month and you end up making $400 that month? When you make $400 and you take out 120 for your internet bill, now you can say, hey, wait a minute. I've been paying my internet bill for 3 months from trading. Maybe now, since I made more money, I can maybe pay my phone bill now from trading, right? So slowly what's happening is now slowly your withdrawals from trading are taking over your bills, right? And as you move into month 4, month 5, month 6, month 7, the time is going to come when you're going to make enough to pay your rent. When you start paying your rent from trading, that's when the change happens. Because now all the money you've been making from your job is being saved in the bank, and your bills are being paid from Forex, but it took time. It took like 6 months, 7 months. So it takes time that way. So that's what you got to do. You got to give it time. And this thing, this works, man. This works. Trust me. Like a lot of people say, oh, you know what, this is hard. It's hard because, you guys don't have any discipline. So you need to have realistic expectations. Like you see guys who are driving cars and having watches and this and that on Instagram. That's all well and good. That's all well and good. That's where they are right now. No matter how they went there, by selling a course or signals or whatever, but you have to focus on you, so have realistic expectations, man. Like, look, I bought this whiteboard from my profits, upgraded from a smaller one. All right, let's get a guest over here. Let's get a guest over here, and we're going to get, Brindy FX. We're going to have Brindy FX here. Let's see what's going on. Mr. Brindy FX.
Yo, I can't believe I'm on Raja stream. What's up? Let me go to my room.
You gotta stop moving the phone around. Oh, Brindy's already had a connection problem. So, hey, how you doing, man? What's your real name and where you from? Oh, your shit is dying over there. Oh, there you go. Much better. Oh, okay. Yep. It's working. It's working a little bit. Yeah, there you go. Hey, say something. Tomer. Oh, Tomer is removing his earphones.
Yo, 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 yeah, yeah, yeah. One second.
Okay.
Yo, I ran my entire house just to get to my room, just to not be in the living. I can't believe I'm on Rajabank stream.
No, man, I'm a regular guy over here.
That's an honor, man. Like, I will tell shortly my story to everyone just to inspire a little bit. I came back to my home country. I was traveling. I came back only because of COVID, the C word, and started to read about. I was traveling all through South America.
Oh, okay.
All through South America, and like there was an emergency. I had to get back because the situation worldwide, and I was bored in my house, and I had money left. I didn't need to look for a job because I was planning to travel, so I already had the money, and I was like, okay, I need to find something to do. I cannot play Counter-Strike all day long. So I was starting to read about money online. How can I figure it out? Blah 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 blah. And to get something, and then I came into Forex, and I was like, oh yeah, that's easy. 1 month I'll make so much money, like it's so easy. Those people on Instagram, and I don't know how I came across. I think I saw one of your story, one of Monty's, and I was like, no, wait. Those people are speaking different. They are like, there isn't easy money. Like you need to come every day. You need to practice. You need to get better every day, looking at stuff. At first, I was looking like at 20 charts, I think, and then I started to get to your. I was starting like lots of indicators, and like I was seeing a YouTube 5 minutes video telling you this is the secret indicator, best indicator there is. Yeah. Like put it on the chart, and you will make money. Obviously, I lost.
That's it.
Yeah. And then I saw you, I saw Ted, I saw Kevin, I saw Monty, I saw everyone. And ever since, I think it's like end of July, start August, give or take, I've been attending to the streams every single day. Every single day. I'm not missing. I'm taking it as my job.
Nice.
Wake up at 8 a.m., 9 a.m., I'm sitting watching Monty's stream. Once it's done, get like 1 hour break, 2 hours break, and then I go on your stream.
Yeah, that's it. Because that's what I tell people, that it's like training for a sport. Like, you know, when you start playing a new sport, you know the training times are at a certain time on certain days. And you just got to go to training, got to practice. Trading, the same thing. Like once you start looking at the charts all day long, that's when problems start happening. You know, so you're absolutely right. For people who don't know who this is, he basically has a really good journal on Instagram, and I'm gonna pull it up right over here.
I started like 3 months ago because you and Ted and everyone were saying how important it is to journal yourself and everything. And I made myself a trading plan today. I will start it at January, like next week. Yeah. I document everything.
Yeah,
document everything.
Good,
yeah, it will get better in time. I had like 2 losing months, but no problem. No problem, no rush.
Yeah, but listen, like you just started. So you are, man, when I first started, there were no live streams. There was no information. There was no breakdown of trades, nothing. When I started 4 years ago, and if you typed in Forex on Instagram, all you would see is supercars. That's all what you would see, supercars. But now when you write Forex, man, you see information. Like we've basically changed things around. So people who are coming into Forex now, man, you guys are like months ahead of us, way ahead of us. You know, so
Yeah,
so it's
all the
pretty good.
streams, like I do analysis on a chart, I send it to you, and like you tell me that's good thinking, check out this. I wouldn't do this because trend is going other side, whatever you say, but you comment, you give me feedback. You, Ted, Kevin, Monty, everyone, it's it's amazing. Like I can't start to say how thankful and grateful I am for all of you guys in Forex family that you made
Yeah, man.
all this so easy. So
You're
easy.
welcome.
You just need to come and practice.
Yeah, and it's gonna get better next year too, 100%.
Yeah, 2021 will be lit.
2021, that's
2021
it.
will be the year. Yeah, 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 yeah,
Yes,
yeah,
sir.
yeah.
All right, bro.
I'll take this opportunity to say Happy New Year to everyone and stay safe. Thank you again, sir. And I'll see you in January the 4th.
Yes, sir, Tomer. We'll see you in January. Take care. Glad to have you.
Thank you. Bye, 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 bye.
So that was Tomer. Now I know his name. I know where he lives. Perfect. Let's start. Let's answer one more question over here, and then we're gonna go to another guest over here. All right, what's this? Just want to wish you all a happy new year. Trust the process and be patient. Be patient. Love from Israel. Perfect, man. Thank you. Happy New Year too. How do you handle tax, Raja? It's pretty simple, man. You get an accountant. So basically, the way how I do my taxes, I'm going to explain to you how I do my taxes personally, right? So I have a corporation, right? I have a corporation, a mother corporation, and that mother corporation is called, okay, so the mother corporation is called Market Fluidity. This is the mother corporation. And this corporation has tiny other workers, right? One small worker is Magic Keys, right? The other small worker is Rajabanks. Raja RB, I'm going to do it at Rajabank. So I have one main corporation. Trading happens on this corporation. Education side, webinars, you know, mentorship, everything happens on this corporation. So all the money made from everywhere, Magic Keys, everywhere, it goes into this giant corporation. From this corporation, Rajabanks gets paid, right? So basically, I'm working for Market Fluidity, and whatever hours I put in, the hours on mentorships, the hours on live streams, the hours working for Magic Keys, everything I do, I bill this main corporation, right? So whatever invoices I make for my corporation, that's expenses for my corporation. So let's say my corporation did $10,000, right? Let's say we did $10,000 this year. And from this $10,000, we paid, let's say, 4,000 to Rajabanks. This 4,000 becomes expenses for the corporation. So net profit for the corporation was $6,000. You know, and then you got to pay tax on that, and basically that's the tax you pay. And if Rajabanks made $4,000, then Rajabanks has to pay his own personal tax. That comes from the T4, which is generated by the bigger corporation. And to understand all these terms and all how this whole thing works, that's why you need an accountant. Because I didn't know all this stuff. I know this stuff because I got an accountant. I pay my accountant $400 a month. You know, $400 a month. That's what my accountant charges me. So, you know, he's on top of things, you know, so advices, everything like that. I mean, get yourself a good accountant. And don't be afraid to spend money on an accountant. Because here's the thing, man. When we go to a doctor, we're open to our doctors. You know, we tell our doctors everything. The accountants are like doctors for your bank account, for your money. So you got to open up everything for the accountant. Save the life? Yes, it's going to be saved. So we're going to get our next guest over here, and let's see who we can get on. We're going to get Horizon Outfit Concept. No idea what that is. Wait, let's see what happens over here. Okay, YouTube live sessions will continue. Yes, we're coming back on the 4th January. Hey, Mr. Horizon.
Hello, sir.
Hey, boss, how are you?
I'm fine. Good evening.
Good evening. Where you from and what's your name?
Yeah, yeah, I'm in Nigeria. My name is Destiny.
Destiny. I
Yeah,
have a lot of fans from Nigeria and shout out to Nigeria, bro.
man, you've been blowing my mind. You've been blowing my mind with your
What's
seriously.
happening? Talk to me.
Yeah, basically, I made some money this year. So
Mm,
towards the end of the year, I was just thinking about what I'm gonna do with the money. I was thinking about opening other branch of my businesses. So and I wanted to get some expensive car. So when you were not
mm.
talking about the car thing, we should get liabilities. We should invest more, and all of those stuff. I've started making preparation with my car dealer to get me my new car and all of that. So I had to cancel that appointment. So we gotta stay with the old one.
Bro, that's the thing because listen, once you're growing your business, you need as much money as you can. You know, because if you have money, you can use that money to grow your business,
Yeah,
right? I only have one watch. This is a watch I have. It's a Samsung watch. This was a gift. I have another watch which I bought earlier on, but after that I stopped buying watches because I looked at it. I'm like, okay, if the watch is only going to tell me time, time is not expensive at all. You know, time doesn't have to be expensive. And the same thing with businesses is like because here's the thing when you we're having some so like when we're growing our business, we need as much cash flow as possible because if we increase our expenses, we can invest less in the business. You know,
yes,
so that's how I see things. So once the business grows to a certain point, then naturally you start looking to see that okay, you know what, I'm gonna get this car because I can get it easily, no problem. You know, but like once you can't get something easily, you start to look at say, okay, you know what, I gotta pay these payments and I can afford the payments. It's not about affording the payments, it's about affording the entire car cash.
yeah,
That's what it's
yeah,
about.
yeah.
You know, so it's good. What business are you in, if you don't mind me asking?
So what?
What business like do you do in Nigeria? Oh, oh, wow, that's nice, man.
Yeah,
Nice. It's pretty nice.
yeah.
You got
So
a lot of inventory over there.
I channel the money to another store. So we're working on opening another branch by the next year, this January. So open another branch this next year. So I'm using my money for my car to open another business.
That's it, bro. That's
Thank you,
it.
Rajabank.
That's it.
You the man, man.
Yeah, man. Thank you. No, that's amazing, bro. That's amazing.
Yeah, I'm getting my magic keys very soon.
Oh, nice. Yeah, yeah. Let me know. Let me know, and we're gonna ship it out for you. And listen, it's a really good thing that you're opening another location because now you're opening another stream of income,
Yeah,
right? Once you have 3 or 4 stores, man, you can use one store's money to buy the car.
yeah, yeah.
You know,
That's
then
my
you can be like, huh.
that's my store now. This one we're
Yeah,
opening now.
yeah, yeah, man. That's amazing. Very
Yeah,
nice. We have a little bit of a connection issue here, a little bit.
yeah, definitely. It's just the network. Just the network.
Yeah, yeah. But hey, bro, listen, really nice talking to you. I'm glad you jumped on the live.
Yeah.
And
Thank you. My
yeah, man, thank you. Take care. Yeah, a bit of a connection problem there, making it a little bit awkward to have a conversation. But it's nice, man. Like, I mean, listen, if you have businesses, if you have storefronts, small storefronts, focus on how to scale that business. Because once you can scale the business, then you can get a car, no problem. You know, that's what I did this year. This year we scaled our businesses. I have some investments too. They kind of like they they went up a little bit, and then we're like, okay, you know what? It's time to get a new car, and that new car is not a very expensive car either. So what's the difference between an ECN broker and an STP broker? ECN, you have lower spreads, but you pay commissions. STP is you have higher spreads and you have no commissions. So let's take a few questions over here. Oh, this one person sent the same question like 50 times. Okay, let's answer this question. YouTube live sections will continue. Yes. Hope I answered your question over there. All right. Let's see here. We have Mr. Let's do DK Forex 888. Do it again. DK Forex 888. Oh, DK Forex 888 declined. Oh, come on, man. Shit. I'm trying to have a conversation with you, man. You declined. All right, let's go with Joshua. We're gonna go with Joshua over here now. Your attitude is amazing, man. Trust me, some people call me arrogant, so I don't know. Hey, Joshua, how you doing, my man?
How you doing?
Good, bro. Where you from?
New Jersey.
Oh, New Jersey.
Yes,
Nice,
sir.
nice. I'm from Toronto. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
How's your year been so far when it comes to trading?
Pretty good, man. Always learning, always growing.
Oh, that's it, bro. That's it. That's it. Like losing is a character building skill. Oh, look at that. You got magic keys.
Yes, sir. Good. We're doing good.
Nice.
So it's gonna
Nice.
be a good year.
Yeah. Oh no, 100%. What's your biggest challenge been this year?
I would say the biggest challenge was definitely trying to counter trend. Definitely trying to counter trend. And just going over it every day, trying to see what you're doing wrong. The mistakes are there, front and center. You know what I mean? I think the biggest thing that people have to face in order to grow as a trader is to face your mistakes. That's it.
Yeah, that's it.
So
you can't brush them off.
Nope. Because
you can't.
90% of the time it's going to be the same mistake over and over.
Over and over again.
Yeah.
100%. I realized this concept in 2017, early 2017. I was watching this interview, right, of Mike Tyson. And what he was talking about was like when his coach died, right? When his coach died, Mike Tyson said something. He said that was the only person who recognized his mistakes during a fight, right? And when he said that, and then he also said that after every fight, we would go over every mistake 20 times. And then he said that I still do that, and which is why I was the world champ. But then, he got distracted with money and this and that, and then the downfall slowly started to happen. So that clicked in me. I'm like, okay, well, normally we're brushing off our losses. And if you have someone who's competing at the extreme level, he's watching his fights over and over again. I think to succeed in trading, it makes sense to look over your losses, right?
100%.
Yeah.
100%. Look, man, day by day, just making flashcards, going over everything. It is what it is.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Can't be afraid to face your losses. That's it. If you want to grow. But
yeah,
thank you for everything.
Yeah, man, you're welcome. You're welcome. Awesome. And I think you can prove to everyone that, hey, like once you start journaling, you start to identify certain losing patterns and winning patterns.
Exactly. Like you always say, you always want to find the highest probability trade. So.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And once you find that probability trade, you take it a bunch of times. A point comes where you're like, okay, you know what? Let's just dump something extra in this trade. And that's when the money starts to come in, and then you're like, okay, perfect. Next day, and the next day, and the next day.
Yeah,
it's amazing. Perfect.
All right, man. It was appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah, man. You're welcome.
Put these magic keys to good use in 2021, and let's grow.
Hey, awesome, bro.
Thanks,
awesome, man. Perfect. Have a good one.
You too.
All right. Let's take some questions over here. All right. Let's just. What happens when people can't do shit? The excuses chart just goes bullish. Yes. What's this? Raja, can you please talk briefly on psychology in trading? A lot of people are missing it. Psychology in trading comes from 1 or 2 trades a day. There's nothing more to it. It's just 1 or 2 trades a day. Because you have to understand, if you're trying to make a lot of money in trading, It's going to happen over time. You know, it's not going to happen in a day, in a week, in a month. It takes a long time, a very long time. So the first step is whenever you come new to trading, you just got to focus on 1 or 2 trades a day. If you cannot do 1 or 2 trades a day for a solid week, trading is not going to work for you. That's just a cold, hard truth. There's nothing more to it. There's nothing less than that. That's just how it is. Oh, people are sending me questions in my DMs, man. Damn, relax. I can't open DMs at this point. Let's see who we can get over here. Let's see here. Let's do a little bit of a raffle here. Terry Miner 123. We got a miner in the house now. Terry Miner 123. Let's see what Terry got. Got a compound and build your account. Yes, but during compounding, you also got to withdraw as well. You know, because okay. So let's see if we can get Terry on, and then we're gonna touch on the compounding subject. Looks like Terry Miner 123 is having some sort of an issues. Oh, issues. Okay, compounding. I know compounding is extremely attractive. You know, compounding, when you're compounding, you can really grow your account. But a lot of times what happens is that when we're compounding, we start chasing compounding. You know, if we're compounding our $1,000 account to, okay, so what happened with me was I started with $700. From 700, I compounded that to 1,100. From 1,100, I compounded that to 2,500 in 3 days. And then in 2 more days, I compounded that to 5,500. You know, so now what was happening was I was chasing compounding. I was chasing to see how much I can compound more and more and more. I wasn't chasing withdrawals. I was chasing compound. But if you're not withdrawing money, right? If you're not withdrawing money, it doesn't make sense to trade at all. You know, so I had to really change my mindset from compounding mindset to a withdrawing mindset, right? Because I knew I could trade. So once you start compounding, at the same time withdraw. Because once you withdraw your first profits, and if you can pay a bill from those profits, or if you can take your girl or guy out to dinner with those profits, or you can buy your friend's beer with those profits, or let's say you buy a mama purse with those profits, right? Then you're going to start chasing withdrawals. You're not going to start chasing compounding. You're going to start chasing withdrawals. Because once you do a withdrawal and that money comes to your bank account, that's real money. That's real money coming to your bank account. Compounding is not money going to your bank account. That's this illusion of you having money. So when people say, hey, man, I made this much money and then I blew it. No, you didn't make shit. Because making money is getting that money in the bank, not leaving the money in your trading account. Because even if you compounded your $100 account to $10,000 and you blew it, you didn't make shit. You made fuck off. Because that account, that money was in a trading account. It never came to your bank account. So get in the habit of withdrawing money. Because the more you withdraw, the more money you see in your bank account, the more you're going to start chasing that money. I remember my first big withdrawal was $4,000. And I remember my bank account was at 16,000. That 4,000 came in. I woke up in the morning. I checked my bank balance. It was 20,000. Right? 20,000 like that. I was like, holy shit, man. 20,000. This first big withdrawal, from that day, I start chasing withdrawals. I was like, man, I got to keep withdrawing. Because if I can keep withdrawing, I can keep building my bank balance. You know, I'm not worried about building my trading account. I'm worried about building my bank balance. You know, most people here are worried about building their trading accounts because they see people make these massive trades on Instagram and they think they can do the same thing. No, man, you can't. You can't. You can maybe down the road, but in the moment, you have to focus on building your bank balance. Could you accept my request? I have one question by Andre Boni. All right. Let's get Mr. Andre over here. Mr. Andre Boni. Let's search here. Andre Boni. Is it Andre FX Journey? No. Is it? Wow, man, we got a lot of requests over here. Andre Boni. Can't find Mr. Andre Boni over here. No, we can't find Mr. Andre Boni over here. So we're going to go with the next best thing. The next best thing we have Qasim Ali by Zeklo. Let's see here. Maybe next one we're going to have Andre Boni here. You can find it. Hello there.
Hello.
Hey, Qasim, how are you?
Yeah, this is not Andre Boni, but I'm very pleased you picked me.
Where you from,
yeah,
man?
I'm from London.
Oh,
UK.
London, UK. How is it over there?
Oh, wow. It's amazing. Amazing. It's
no,
amazing.
Nice.
Yeah, but the light is giving my bad hair there a good hair there, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah. So, bro, how did
How are
you
you?
find out about the like Wix Don't Lie and YouTube and all that?
Oh wow. It was I think it was kind of an accident actually. You know, when I found out about you, it was mostly like just I was looking for a next indicator that could give me, you know,
Oh,
the
yeah.
confirmations and everything.
Oh, nice.
And then this YouTube just gave me Wix Online, and I was like, okay, what kind of indicator is this? At first, I actually thought it was an indicator.
Wix Don't Lie indicator.
I swear to God, I thought Wix Online was like an indicator that that looked at the Wix, you know, and like, you know, told me, like, you know, I can get something out of it, you know.
Yeah.
But then here was Mr. Rajabank just, you know, speaking away, you know, and I was like, okay. So I start listening, and you know, I think you were talking about how a 15-minute, if this 15-minute breaks the high, it should continue, and we could, you know, with volume coming in, and I was like, okay, why is he talking about volume? You know, I can't see any volume indicators and everything.
Yeah.
But in my mind, I was like, okay, maybe he's talking about volume coming into the market of New York opener, it's like, you know, and straight away I just got glued on, and I was like, okay, let's see if he actually goes up. And to my amazement, you know, like 10 pips will hit.
It went up.
I was just like, I know, I was just like, what? Yeah, that's it.
Like, yo, what? Did this guy really? What? Yeah.
I couldn't believe it. I was like, wait a minute, you know, I had to, I think if I remember properly, it was June 2nd.
Okay.
When I watched that video. I don't know if it was live, but it must be on YouTube. I think it was live as well.
Yeah.
And since then, I think that the whole day I spent on your channel, like watching video after video, you know.
Yeah, thank you, man.
And it was amazing. It was amazing.
Yeah. Whoever like comes towards and they're like, hey, like, you know what, we want to change our trading psychology or methodology. I tell them, listen, forget about everything you've learned, right? Forget about everything you've learned and just look at the chart, just look at the candles, and that's it. And over time, you're going to start to identify why they're moving, what times they're moving, why they're not moving. Because, man, I tell guys, like, listen, these candles, every movement of candles, there's billions of dollars being moved, you know? And if we can't read the candles, how the fuck are we supposed to make money? You know, like, if we're going to rely on indicators, why do we have candles on the charts then? You know, like makes no sense. So, yeah, it's just about, like, unlearning everything and then just starting fresh. You know,
100%. I mean, it's been the hardest thing I've ever done, and I'm still improving, just unlearning stuff. You know, because here and there, some indicator will come in my head and, you know, tell me, oh, how about the SMA? You know, but since I, you know, deleted everything off, it's making sense and more now.
Yeah, that's amazing, man.
I really appreciate that.
Yeah,
really appreciate. I mean, I'm already in the MF community. Alhamdulillah, you know, and I appreciate everything. I mean, I even started with, you know, journaling on Instagram, you know, obviously from Stefano, Sasha, you know, Uncle Ted, yourself, and it's amazing. Like, it's like I've got these magic glasses, you know.
Yeah. Here's the thing, because once you start to know, let's say, for example, if you know Stefanos, from Stefanos, you're going to start knowing Sacha and Monty and Raja and Ted. It's like a whole big tree, you know? And I think that's why the community is growing so fast, because we're all supporting each other. And
amazing. Yes.
If you look at some other communities or groups, they're all focused on individual success, you know? But like, we believe if you go forward as a group, as a team, you grow further. You spread the knowledge faster and further. So, yeah, that's pretty
100%,
good.
100%. I mean, even my Instagram page I'm just starting off. I still don't know everything, and I'm still struggling. But I get, you know, people asking me questions, and I try my best to answer them through Rajabank's mind, you know.
Yeah.
So I'll tell him every time, Rajabank says this, Rajabank says this. No, not me, but you know, the professional says this. So you gotta follow that, you know.
Yeah, no, it's awesome, man. Really nice finally talk to you too.
Really nice talking to you too, man. I mean, I'm glad you picked me. You know, the other guy. I don't know. I forgot the name, man.
Andre Boni. Yeah, I'm gonna try to look for him now.
Yeah. Well, thank you very much, brother.
All right, brother. Have a great day and Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you too.
All right. Let's find Andre Boni over here. Andre Boni has an important question. All right. Andre Boni, where are you, man? I'm trying to find Andre Boni over here. Andre. Oh, Andre. Oh. Nope. Didn't find Andre Boni again. Let's go to AJ Trevino. We get AJ Trevino over here. No Andre Boni here. All right. Maybe next one, Andre Boni. Hello there. Oh. Uh-oh. Oh. Happy New Year. AJ's got a teddy bear in the background. Oh. There we go.
My bad.
Hey, how are you?
I was building a TV stand.
Oh, nice.
I pick up or not?
Hey, listen, brother, what's your name and where you from?
I'm AJ. I'm from New Orleans. I've been following you for about maybe 3 years. Found out about Looks Don't Lie through Daniel Savage. And yeah, I kind of listen to whatever y'all two say. Y'all always keep it real, it seems like, with y'all's people. I could just tell by the way y'all talk. So I come to the live streams almost every morning to watch you and everybody trade. It's been rough.
Man, it's a rough journey.
It is a very rough journey. So like I've been.
When did you start?
About 2018.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I learned a lot actually from your channel the most. And I haven't had any mentors or anything. I've just been self-teaching myself.
Oh,
so,
nice. Beautiful.
Yeah, so I mean, I just feel like that's the only way you're going to be able to learn. It's not about, you know, the fancy cars and any of that stuff. I just want to be able to provide for my family, do stuff how you did. So I've been trading like your strategy. And so is it your strategy besides price action? Is it more of like a breakout retest strategy?
Yeah, it's basically trading when there's volume in the market. You know, because I believe whenever there's volume in the market, candles are going to make higher highs and higher lows if it's going to move up, you know, or candles are going to make lower highs and lower lows if they're going to move down.
Right.
And if, let's say, if the momentum is bullish and there's a candle creating a support, then I'm going to look for a buy because I'm going to believe that, okay, if the candle is going to move up, then the next candle has to respect the previous low. It's kind of like something like this. Let me go to my whiteboard over here. So let's say that we have a support down over here, right? And there's a candle that's closing bullish at this support, right? And if let's say this is the 1 hour time frame and we're looking at the New York session, so we know there's volume in New York, and if there's volume, then there's a higher probability that the next candle is going to continue moving up, but it has to respect the low of the previous candle. And that's where your stop loss is going to go right over here. This is the only thing I look at. That's it. So this move up, this is my trade right over here.
Right. So, yeah, so that's basically like if you look at GJ, which that's all I trade too, like these are my zones right now. And this is a perfect retest, like off of this candle right here. I guess that's when you would get in. But see, you always say don't trade between these zones.
Yep.
So you am I just waiting for the breakout right here? And then you drop down to time frames. Like that's a 1 hour. So I'd probably drop down to like the 30 and the 15. And you'll see that bullish candle we're talking about right there. Where you would most likely get in and set your stop loss below the candle wick.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly. And if you notice how the candles are small,
right?
Because there's no volume. It's New Year's Eve.
Right. Yeah. And so I was trading also like US 30. I loved US 30. Like I flipped an account from like 200 to 500. It was like 530, but then I lost it all. And it's like I love that pair, and I had to get myself away from trading that pair because I feel like you literally got to have maybe like a couple of thousand in your account to really trade US 30. But like I was consistently building profits off of US 30. Like I said, I built it from 200 to like 530 in 2 weeks. and I don't know. I just had to stop trading it, and then so I just went back to GJ just like you did, and I'm just trying to focus on one pair, 1 or 2 trades a day because I still like over trade up to maybe like 5, but I know I need to keep it down to like 1 or 2. So that's what I was fighting with a lot was over trading.
Yeah, see, here's the thing. The way how I started was I only had one mentor, you know, Ted. I'm not sure if you know him or not.
Yeah, no, I did, yeah.
Yeah, mentor, good friend. In front of me, he took his account. He's made a lot of money. Like he's worth like 10, 11 million. And the thing is, like his whole account, his trades, they're all documented. You know, and I resonated with that a lot. And when I basically studied his behavior, how he moves in the market, how he operates, what he does when he wakes up and stuff like that. And what I noticed was in the beginning, when he was profitable, he was really profitable. He was only focused on one pair and he was only focused on one time of the day. And that was gold. And he was trading gold from 6:30 till 8:30 for 2 hours. Then that's it. Just one pair and one time. And that's it. So I was like, okay, you know what? If I'm losing, I'm just going to copy what he's doing.
Right.
You know? So I chose GJ and I copied exactly what he did. That's it. But discipline came over time, and discipline from the point of like sticking to that time.
Right.
You know, because once you start trading from like 6:30 to 9:30, and let's say you're like, okay, I'm done. But man, listen, we're in groups, we're in social media, we're in Telegram groups, where people posting charts, posting trades, and we're like, okay, let me take a look at that chart. Let me take a look at MT4 one more time. And once you do that, boom, trade goes in.
Yep, that's how that's what I do. I can't stop looking at the charts. It's like hard, so I got to pull myself away. So yeah, like you said you trade like 2 to 3 hours throughout the day, and that's what I've been trying to do. Because I'll study these charts all day if I can, just because I'm trying to figure out how can I make as much money as possible and just make it in this niche. Because I want this to be a career. Like I have a passion for it. I don't have a passion for nothing else, and it's just what I want to do. So it's been a struggle.
Yeah. Bro, listen, there are people in my group, and I've told them that if you can focus on 1 or 2 trades a day for 4 months, right, diligently for 4 months, like, listen, normally, like, you know, if we don't do that, we're going to lose over 4 months anyway, right? Like an average trader will lose anyway, right? No problem. So instead of losing, focus on 1 or 2 trades for 4 months, and I can 100%, I can put money on the line that you will see a change within 4 months. Fuck, man, 4 months is too long. 3 months, you're going to see a change. But you just have to spend like 1 or 2 trades for 3 months every day, and that's all you need.
Yeah, that's definitely what I'm going to have to do, because that's the only thing I haven't done yet. That's literally the only thing. I feel like I've done everything besides the 1 or 2 trades a day. That's the only thing I haven't tried out yet.
Yeah,
that's
like
I'm working, man. But there's something that I need to like fix, like a slight fix somewhere. And that's the only thing I can think of.
Yeah, you need to make that change to see a change.
Right.
That's it. Because you just haven't made that change. So you're not seeing any change. Yep. You know, so yeah, man, trust me, you make that change, you can see the change. Because man, listen, like people go to university for 4 years to get a job that's going to pay them 70,000, let's say 80,000 on the upside. You know, 4 years. Man's wait 4 years for that moment. You know, but in trading, you can wait 4 months, right?
Right.
That's no big deal. 4 months, poof, we're going to lose anyway, so let's try it.
Right.
Yeah, bro, you can see a change, no problem.
I guess that's just what I'm going to have to work on. I appreciate you for having me on your live, man. I appreciate everything you do every morning and stuff. I'm going to continue to learn from you and Monty and Ted and everybody else.
Yeah, man, awesome. I really appreciate it. Stay strong and have a really, really happy New Year, bro.
All right, same to you, man. Later.
All right, take care. Okay, we're in the quest of finding Andre Boney. We haven't found Andre Boney yet. Andre Boney's a hard man to find. All right, so we're going to try it one more time. We're going to try to see if I can find Andre Boney here. If we can't find Andre Boney, we're going to have someone else here. Let's see here. All right, no more Andre Boney. We can't find Andre Boney here again. So now we're going to get someone else here. Let's get Mr. Ooh, what's this? Oh, we have legit profit effects. Legit Profit FX.
Oh shit!
Hello there.
What's up, Brody? I didn't even expect all that. That's crazy.
How are you, bro?
Good. I'm doing well. You know what I'm saying? Looking
Good,
forward to
bro.
2021. How about you?
Listen, man. Listen. What's your name and where you from?
Jordan. I'm from Jersey. Feel me? Like there's another cat up here from Jersey. Same. Joshua. Yeah.
Joshua. Yeah. Nice, man. Nice to meet you. So what you saying? How was this year, 2020?
Shit, man. Rough. I mean, I started trading back in July, and it's been straight ups, downs. But something about December, man, they told me not to trade. I was like, fuck it, I'm going FPMO in December, and I just they told me not to trade, and I said, fuck it, I'm going FPMO, but I'm passive.
Oh,
yeah.
shit!
Yeah, I was the one earlier who thanked you and Daniel in the beginning of the live. I don't know what it was, man. I just felt it. I said, fuck it.
Nice, man. Nice. You passed it. That's what a twist to the story, bro.
Right.
Yeah, no, that's awesome. So what's your plans now next?
I don't really know. I'm just kind of riding it out from here and seeing what I'm gonna have to make a solid strategy for what I'm gonna do with that money and how I'm gonna, plan it out. Because I'm not just gonna spend all the profits. I need to build a buffer and stuff like that, and get the mental discipline. Because at the same time, I've never seen this amount of money. Like I'm used to just getting like a measly like $2,000 check from my job every 2 weeks. That's it. You know what I'm saying? This is a lot more money, so I have to learn.
Wait. Would you say 2,000 a week?
No, 2,000 every 2 weeks.
Every 2 weeks. That's 2,000. That's $4,000 a month. That's a lot of money.
Yeah, it is. I work IT, but it's just I guess I'm a greedy or just never satisfied. I don't know, but always keep trying to go up.
Yeah, but like here's the thing, man. Like now you can get a bigger account to trade, so you really have to pace yourself now. That's really, really important. You got to pace yourself because like when I started getting money, I had people with me who were guiding me how to spend this money or how to even manage this money. Because it's really easy to say, oh man, I'm getting money. Let me go buy this, or let me go get that, or let me help you with this. Let me help you with that. But I really had to pace myself. So that's going to be some sort of a challenge you'll have to face and get over.
Yeah, definitely, absolutely.
Yeah, bro. But hey man, awesome to have you here on the stream. That's amazing.
Thank you. I appreciate you having me. Too. Great talking to you. Wish everybody a fantastic trading year in 2021. You know what I'm saying? Let's excel in all aspects of life. Get stupid with it.
Yeah, man.
Feel me?
Yeah, I'm kind of even afraid to wish people a happy 2021 because you know what happened in 2020? It wasn't a happy year at all, bro.
yeah. Knock on wood.
Knock on wood. All right. Really nice talking to you, man.
Thanks for having me, man. See you.
All right. Have a good day. All right. So in the conquest of finding Andre Boney, so we're going to do a manual search over here. Oh, Andre Boney is not even in the live over here. Okay. All right. So let's get, let's see here. All right. Let's try to answer some questions over here. Forex with a cause. Forex with a cause. All right. Let's get Forex with a cause here. Let's see what's going on. Oh, looks like it's not working. Oh. All right, let me just try this again. WITH. All right. Waiting for Forex with a cause. All right. Welcome.
Hey, Raja.
Hey, bro. What's your name?
Here, hold on a second. There. Should be better now.
Yeah, it's
What's
way
going
better
on,
than that.
man?
Hey, man, what's your name and where you from?
My name's Ryan. I'm from Timmins, actually.
Oh, Timmins, Ontario.
Yeah, yeah. You showed him my video yesterday. Yeah, I appreciated that.
Oh, really? I showed up in your video?
No, you shouted me out.
Oh, yes, Tim. I remember that.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
remember it.
yeah.
I
Appreciated
remember
that.
that.
Yeah, yeah. A lot of people messaged me after that. I was like, damn. I was like, you must have a lot of influence. It's like, what the fuck? Like getting all these random people. I'm like, I don't know anybody. I'm like, perfect.
Yeah. Hey, I don't know you guys. Why you messaging me?
I'm like, all right. I'm from Timmins. There's like nobody here. But yeah.
Yeah.
No, but I found your stream like through one of the guys before was saying Daniel Savage. I know quite a few people. He talks about you a lot. So I started looking at your live streams every day, and just I noticed that you were the impulse entries. Like I just strictly stay with that on gold, and
Okay.
that's it. And it works perfectly. And I've never changed anything since I saw, because you were using GJ, and I just was having a little bit of a rough time with GJ because I feel like there was bigger moves to look out for in gold, even though a lot of times at London you see like GJ skyrocket, but like gold right around like 6 to, or even at 9 p.m. at night, I just use your impulse entry, and I've been consistent ever since. And I just really, really like I think you, Ted, and Daniel Savage are the three that probably changed everything for me. That was really
Man,
awesome.
that's amazing.
Yeah.
So that's now impulse entries. Now they can be risky too at the same time, right?
Yeah, no, 100%. So
yeah.
Usually a lot of the times, like what actually like works out is the runners, because like something I took from you was closing 50% and moving stops to break even. Because a lot of times after that initial move, that's when it might go the other direction, I noticed. And so just using that from you, that was really cutting off a lot of the losses I was taking on. And then on top of that, just same position size every time, or a certain percentage of your account. That was what really, it was, yeah. And then just, yeah. And then on top of that, I kind of took from Ted that he talked about back testing more recent years.
Mm-hmm.
And so using that, and then I don't think you guys realize that, well, maybe you do, but you guys change a lot of people's lives, like more than, like, it's crazy. It's ridiculous.
Hey, that's awesome, man. Like, listen, I'm not a smart person at all. I just look at the simplest way to do things. I look at the easiest way I can take a trade to make some pips. That's it.
No, like,
Yeah,
I think the stupidest people are sometimes the best traders, honestly. Like,
yeah.
Like for me, like school, like I don't know what the fuck's going on half the time in like physics and shit like that. But there's just something about simplicity, and like I think it's more so to do with. I think the most disciplined people are the ones that are gonna, be the ones that come out on top in like 3 years or whatever. So.
Yeah. No, it's awesome, man. Like you found something that works for you. Now I think the challenge is going to be just to like diligently, with discipline, just keep on perfecting that.
Yeah. No, yeah.
Keep on perfecting. Yeah.
Go ahead.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, I didn't.
No. You no. Please do go ahead.
Canadian, just sorry.
So nice, right? No. I'm sorry.
No, but I was just saying, like, is there any advice you got? Like, so like you've been doing this for a long time, so I just like, is there like a point where you kind of just have ever like felt that you were starting to fall off?
The only way I felt like that, I think this was like 3 years ago. I was starting to fall off when I started to apply the same small time frame concepts on the daily and the weekly. Because like there's a lot to gain on the higher time frame. Don't get me wrong, but like the wait time is much longer, right? Like on the small time frames, you're waiting like, let's say 15 minutes or 30 minute candle to close. On the daily and the weekly, you're waiting for the whole day candle to close.
Yeah.
So my mind wasn't adjusted to that. So I started to fall off a little bit, but then I had to catch myself. I'm like, oh, no, Raja, listen. No good. Go back to what you were doing and just focus on that.
So you're trying to alternate it from what you were doing to something to try and capture more. More. So it's kind of like staying disciplined within that greed range of just being happy with what you have.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. I know there's a good friend of mine. He applies the same impulse entry concept on the high time frames. He does really well because he's wired that way to like kind of wait and like
Yeah.
hold it on the high time frames.
So what
But
was an
like
example?
me,
Yeah, like what's an example of like an impulse on the bigger time frames?
it's gonna look something like this. So let's bring up a chart over here. Let's see, what's this? So if I bring this chart over here, and we look on, so this is pound yen, and let's take a look at on the, uh, let's take a look at the daily time frame here. Let's remove, okay. So this is the daily time frame here, right? And what we can see is that if we kind of like zoom in here a little bit, we can see that there was this resistance formed at this point because candles turned
Yeah.
over here, so resistance formed. Then this candle broke above this area, right? So for the next candle to go up, it has to break above this high, and
Until the wick.
obviously it has to, yeah, exactly, fill the wick.
Yep.
So now wait time here is long,
Yeah, no, for
so
sure. Yeah.
while this candle is forming, breaking the high, and now you're waiting for 2 hours and 3 hours, you're like, I don't know if it's gonna go up or not. Or if the 1 hour candle closes bearish, you're like, I don't know, man.
Yeah. No, my psychology, I had to get like I just got a shitty old phone so I could just put my stuff in and like just forget about it because a lot of times, especially sometimes you are in trades for a little longer than you expect to. I feel like that's. But yeah, like 2 hours, I realized because when I first started, I was watching. I don't know if you know who Nick Sean FX is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like he does basically a break and retest of like the hourlies and the 4 hours. But my psychology was just getting fucked. Like I would see a drawdown of like because that you have your stops of like sometimes like 60 pips. So
yeah,
I feel like your approach to the market was for me. So. I figured I'd come on and just say thanks and everything like that, and really appreciate you taking me on. So
nice man. No, I had to find your name there because it kept typing over there. Gotta find this guy.
Yeah, no, I just wanted to get on there. I appreciate it, man.
Nice man, awesome. All the love from him and his bro.
Yes,
Thank you.
Yes, sir. All right, take care, man.
All right, man. Have a good day.
You too.
Okay. How do you deal with taxes in Forex? Any tip to reduce taxes? We went over this a little bit earlier on in the live. So once we're done here, you can go back and you can rewatch it basically. Let's see here. Let's see who else do we got over here. So we're going to try to see if we can get, if I write Boney, will it show Andre Boney? Probably not. Okay, Andy Boney's gone here. Having problems trying to find him. Okay. So, let's bring on another guest over here. I think it's going to be the last guest that we're going to try to bring on here now. Let's see here. We have Mr. Shabeg. Mr. Shabeg Singh. We can get Mr. Shabeg Singh over here. जी पाजी किथे कितना
Big Taco. Hi Raj, it's Shabeg Singh from London, England. How are you?
Nice, bro. I'm good. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good. Thanks. Just wanted to say thank you for having me on, and thank you for all of the educational material you're putting online. It's brought me quite far in the last 2 months. I don't think I've missed a live stream. I was tempted to start my journey in December on the chart on the markets, but I took your advice and I'm going to start in January instead.
Yeah, that's good.
I've been looking at GJ and focusing on the 30-minute time frame mostly. But I had a question regarding the high volume time frames and particularly the London Open and how we can maybe manage risk in terms of the liquidity grabs.
Okay. So, what's the question?
So, how would you go about thwarting or managing risks in relation to liquidity grabs that may occur on London Open, for example?
Okay. So for that, we'll have to go to our whiteboard here again. Now, gotta find the, okay, we're gonna get the red marker here. We're gonna go to our whiteboard over here, and we're gonna try to explain that the best way possible. So we're gonna remove this. So how to manage risk when you have liquidity grabs, right? Okay. So let's say, for example, you have, let's say, for example, we have a resistance up over here, right? We have a resistance up over here, and candles are forming bearish, and you're like, okay, you know what? Price is going to continue moving down. Let's say also this is the 1 hour time frame, right? Now, if you have a 1 hour time frame, there's a high probability that the next candle can continue moving down. Now, there's a probability. It's not going to happen 100%. There's I'd say like 70 to 80% probability, right? Now, liquidity grab is when price moves the opposite way, right? If you look at this situation on, let's say, a 15-minute time frame, now 15-minute time frame is a weak confirmation time frame. This means, someone's saying we can't see. Okay, listen, bro. So I'm gonna do it like a full screen, and then I'm gonna answer this question too at the same time.
Okay.
All right. Okay. Awesome. Right. So let's say that you have a 15-minute time frame here. Now, 15-minute time frame is a weak confirmation time frame. What this means is that if the next candle is supposed to go down, it's not 100% that this next candle will respect the high over here. There's a probability it may move up, break the high, and do a deeper liquidity grab, right? So this deeper liquidity grab, it may mean that on the 1 hour time frame, price is coming up, but it's respecting the high on the 1 hour time frame, because 1 hour is a higher confirmation time frame. The confirmations on the 1 hour time frame are much better. Confirmations on the small time frames, during liquidity grabs, you're more prone to getting stopped out if your stops are based on a 15-minute time frame. So, like, you know, when you're trading a high volume time, let's say London Open, London Close, New York Open, you're placing your stops above, let's say, the 1 hour, based on the 1 hour time frame, or you're placing them on the 30-minute time frame. You know, but if you're placing on small time frames, there's a high probability that we will break these highs, and there's going to be liquidity grab, and there's a chances of you getting stopped out. Someone is saying no voice. Maybe check your speakers. The voice is fine. All right, so we're going to answer one last question, and we're going to have one last guest on. Yeah, we're going to answer one more question, and we're going to get one last guest on. So let's find a really good question here to answer here. What's this? What do you think about the phone case market? It's expected to grow 6.5%. Phone case market. I don't know what the hell that is. All right. Good broker for Ontario residents IMS Vantage. Here's the thing. Here's what's happening with brokerages, right? Especially in Canada. So when I first started, there was a broker called IC Markets in Canada. IC Markets started to get really big. A lot of people from Ontario that started signing up with IC Markets. Canada saw that, and Canada said, no, IC Markets will have to regulate you. And IC Markets says, no, we're not going to get regulated. We're just going to leave Canada. They booked it, they left Canada. Vantage FX, same thing happened. Vantage FX started to get big, and then Canada said, no, we'll have to regulate you, and Vantage FX left. So me personally, I encountered this 2 times, so now I'm moving to an offshore brokerage. All right, so let's get another guest over here, and this is going to be the last guest we're going to have. Oh, we're going to have Mr. Let's see here. So we're going to do a little draw over here. We're going to get West Trader 80. We're going to get West Trader 80 over here. Yep. Let's see. All right. Oh. Can't join. Can't join. All right. Let's see here if we can get another guest over here now. Uh, all right. Looks like it's Mr. JW. Mr. JW9. J in the house. Get celebrity Monty. Monty hasn't sent me a request. Monty, send me a request. We're going to get you on. Does it matter if the broker is regulated? It doesn't matter at all. It doesn't matter at all. I lost 150,000 on a regulated crypto broker because they went away. You know, they were regulated in Canada, and I still lost money. So from that point onwards, I was like, hey, listen, if you're regulated or not regulated, it doesn't really matter. You know, what matters is, do you have trust in the brokerage? So regulated brokers can also steal your money. Looks like we're having a connection problem with Mr. J. So we're going to move on to the next guest over here. And I think the last guest is going to be, maybe we'll have to do another. So what I do is I just go up and down and, oh, we have Mr. Love and Balance coming on. Love and Balance. All right. Let's see here. Mr. Love and Balance. What do you think about CMC markets in Toronto? I have no idea about CMC markets in Toronto. I don't know about CMC markets. All right, can't get them on here as well. Let's see here. Trying to get someone we've never had on before. Okay, life. What's this? George Gonzalez. Our last guest here for today, and then we're gonna call it a day. I got some things to do. Happy New Year to all. Have a safe, happy holiday. Looking to assist around you. Thank you, Monty. All right. I guess that's it. That's it. Let's see here. Who get me on? All right. We're gonna get you on. Someone said get me on, so we're gonna get them on. Hi, Uncle Ted. How are you? Do I look like Ted? All right. Looks like people are having some problems over here. Let's do this. Our last guest, and then we're going to call it a day over here. I think it was a pretty good live session here for everybody. Oh, working. Hello there. Yo, do you guys hear anything? I don't hear anything. I don't hear nothing. Nothing. All right, let's go. Last guest. It's extremely difficult to get the last guest on. Extremely difficult. All right. Hello, Mohammed.
Hello, Raja. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. Hey, we can't hear you.
Hello, listening me?
Yeah. Now we are listening you. Where you from?
How are you, Raja? I am from Pakistan. कैसे हाल हैं?
पाकिस्तान जिंदाबाद ये हाल बेहतरीन है भाई बिल्कुल फिट फाट मौज मस्ती में बैठे हैं
लॉकडाउन लग गया सर जी
लॉकडाउन लग गया भाई इधर फारिग हो जाएंगे सारे आस्ता आस्ता
Okay, sir. I have a question. M15 and M30. I have problem when I enter in M15 and some impulse entries. Then I got out.
Oh, so you try to take impulse entry on M15 and then
yes.
And where do you put the stop loss?
Just on the wick of that candle.
On the 15-minute?
Yes.
Okay. So now you have to see that if you're placing a stop loss above the 15-minute candle, and if you get stopped out, is the 30-minute breaking the previous high or not? right?
Mm-hmm.
If the 30-minute
Okay.
is not breaking the previous candle high, then your stop loss is too small. Then you have to increase the stop loss and put it based on the 30-minute time frame.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, Raja. Thank you a lot.
Yeah, man. Thank you. और नया साल बहुत बहुत मुबारक हो आपको। लग रहा है आपको
आपको भी और आपकी फैमिली को भी।
कामयाबियां मिले आपको।
आमीन आमीन।
हाँ जी, चले भैया, ओके, अस्सलाम वालेकुम। All right, such a sweet guest. All right, let's do one more guest. Just one final, super final guest. We're going to do a super, super final guest over here. And let's do, all right. Got a lot of trust over here. Let's do over here. Let's get Dan Kimasa. Dan Kimasa coming in. All right, Mr. Dan Kimasa coming in. Mr. Dan Kimasa coming in. Oh, looks like there's some sort of a connection problem. One last super, super last guest today. Super duper last guest today. Calixto Soccer.
Hello.
Hello there.
How's it going? Happy New Year,
Good,
by the way.
man. Oh, Happy New Year too.
So my thing is I'm having trouble trading with specific times since I work in the mornings, like right after New York Open. I just wanted to know if you see your setup, your trade that you like, but it's not within your trading time zone, would you still enter the trade?
See, it depends what that time zone that trade is falling in. If it's falling in, okay, yeah, go ahead.
Like for instance, like London Open, right? If I see my setup in London Open, should I take the trade and not wait for the New York Open?
Yeah, you can do that.
Okay.
You can, but let me ask you this. So if you're seeing a setup in London Open, that tells me that you have time to trade London Open.
Right. Yeah. So because I'm still working on if I should trade London Open or New York Open. So instead of entering the trade, I do both, and I try to see which one I like more, so I could figure out which solid time I should do. But it's just, I guess I just have to work on it more. But I just wanted to know if I'm looking at the charts in London session, but I usually trade New York session, should I still take that trade?
See, how I started was, so my office used to start at 9 a.m. I used to run a sales office, and by 8:30, I had to leave the house.
Right.
Which meant that I wasn't looking at the charts after 8:30. So I looked at myself, I'm like, okay, that's a little bit after New York Open. So I saw, okay, why did I wake up at 5:30 and then I can look at the chart from 5:30 till 8, and then after 8 I can get ready and go to work. So that's something you need to look at. So what it seems to me that you have time to look at the London session. So why not just focus on London session?
On London, okay.
Focus on London because here's the thing. In London session, the volume is very different than New York session. What pair are you usually focusing on?
GJ.
Okay, yeah. So it's a different volume because when the New York session starts, that means the US dollar starts moving, and when the US dollar starts moving, that kind of influences the yen as well. But when you're trading only the London session, in London session, GJ is only being influenced by the pound.
Okay, I understand.
Yeah. So, So that's what you should do. I mean, because if you're looking at both sessions at the same time, now you're looking at two very different volume profiles.
Right.
So if someone was to tell me hey Raja, now you only have to trade London session, man, I'd be lost because then I would know, okay, that means I have to look at the London session for a whole month to understand what kind of volume there is.
Yeah, that's where I'm in right now. I'm trying to figure out which one I should focus more on. But okay. Awesome. Thank you.
Yeah, man. Awesome. Really glad to have you, bro. You have any plans for your trading plan or psychology you could change the next year?
Uh, I started my account, my MetaTrader in December, but again,
Okay.
I'm just gonna wait for January, because I don't want to blow my account, before the end of the year.
Yeah.
So I just want to, 2021, I just kind of want to focus on one pair, one trade. I mean, not one trade, one time session, and just focus on that. Take one trade a day and hope for the best.
That's discipline, man. Discipline because I see that you're in shape. You obviously work out. You stay
I'm
clean.
trying. I got to keep LA, keep me
Yes.
motivated.
See, that's the thing. Because if you want to get in shape, you want to get healthy, you're going to discipline yourself to certain foods.
Yep.
Trading, exactly the same thing.
Okay. Yeah. Makes sense. Just like life, everything,
Just like the cakes are tasty, donuts are tasty, chocolates are good, but for your body, they're not good.
Right, exactly.
Trading is good.
Yeah. Exactly. There you go.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about, bro.
Yeah, I know. You just made it clear. I can't wait for January. It's going to be great.
Yeah, awesome, bro. Really nice talking to you.
All right, awesome. Thank you as well. Have a great new year.
All right, man. You too. All right, everybody. This is the end. Those of you who stayed here for the whole thing, thank you. This will be saved and it's going to be on, the profile or whatever. You know the deal, right? So happy New Year, everybody, and we'll see you guys Monday morning, 6:30 a.m. Eastern. Take care. Oh, how do you end this? I don't even. All right, this is cross over here. All right, perfect.